For sure. But it's definitely safe to say that if I have 200,000, if one of my customers has, right, I'm a campaign service provider, and we're going to get to that in a second. But if I'm a campaign service provider and one of my brands has in a given campaign level, they have 200,000 messages a day with to T-Mobile, right? Because AT&T is another account, right? So is it safe to say that if either me, the customer, the brand, is not using some lookup tool in advance to sending the message, or the aggregator or the provider I'm using is not doing that lookup either, as I continue to scale, and I want to take full advantage of that 200,000 messages that I paid to have, right? Is it safe to say that likely if they're lift the ceiling on T-Mobile, which many aggregators have done, it's likely I may exceed that even within realm, not on purpose, because I'm just relying on my vendor to thinking, oh, they're not going to allow it. And if they don't, that could lead to a suspension. And I'm sure goes down a path.
Not so much a suspension. You just have messages fall on the floor, which
or that
in some cases is almost worse. It's your messages did not deliver at all.
Right.
And it wasn't because it was bad. It's because you hit a cap for the day. And now all those ones that fell on the floor, we're going to have to deliver tomorrow, hopefully, because and those numbers still are T-Mobile numbers. So I think people should be taking advantage of any and all tools to ensure that they're getting correct termination. Because at the end of the day, you look at any brand is going to be looking at ROI, and when they're spending a bunch of money in trying to ensure that their messaging gets to the right people, they've got people who have said, "Send me your marketing information, send me your whatever it is. Yes, I want my 2FA." If at the end of the day, the thing that's failing is the fact that you haven't used the tool to do the simplest thing, which is just to check the number is on that network, it baffles me if people don't. And I get it that people maybe have very lean operations and they're trying to get incredibly lean, and every fraction of a penny has an impact on the bottom line. But there's certain things that you should be prioritizing. And if you can ensure that the message is going to terminate correctly and the cost can be built into your margin, then you should be doing it. And you definitely should be doing it, because especially where you've got daily caps, you need to ensure that you are focusing on making sure that every single one of those messages is going to terminate correctly. And if you know that you've got 400,000 messages to deliver, then you can sequence it and say, okay, we're going to deliver X number today, X number tomorrow. And it's no big deal, and you can even prioritize area codes. You can, there's lots of things that you can do to ensure that the key people that need to get those messages do get those messages. Yeah,
right.
I agree with you.
Exactly.